Hey Capricorn, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be a small story for you, Cap. All right, so these are glimpses, more specific than the big monthly shift readings. These are glimpses into what may be happening in your present moment as you come to this reading. And so for these readings, books have really been wanting to speak. They've been jumping off the shelf with passages for you, and the book that wanted to speak to you, Capricorn, today is Surfacing by Margaret Atwood, which is one of my favorite books, mostly for the ending. Towards the ending, the last few chapters are really gorgeous, and it's a slow burn of a book, but baby, it's beautiful towards the end. And towards the end here, that's the passage that wants to be read. So essentially the context for this book is that it's really about this woman going back to her childhood cabin in search of her father, because her father has gone missing. And so at this point in the book, she is seeing the specter, the ghost perhaps of her father. And she's in the woods when we begin this passage. It goes like this. As I approached the tool shed, the fear, the power is there in the soles of my feet, coming out of the ground, a soundless humming. I'm forbidden to walk on the paths. Anything that metal has touched, scarred, axe and machete cleared the trails, order is made with knives. His job, meaning her father, his job was wrong. He was really a surveyor. He learned the trees, naming and counting them so the others could level and excavate. He must know that by now. I stepped to one side, skirting the worn places where shoes have been, descending towards the lake. He is standing near the fence with his back to me, looking in at the garden. The late afternoon sun falls obliquely between the tree trunks on the hill, down on him, clouding him in an orange haze. He wavers as if through water. He has realized he was an intruder. The cabin, the fences, the fires and paths were violations. Now his own fence excludes him, as logic excludes love. He wants it ended, the borders abolished. He wants the forest to flow back into the places his mind cleared. Reparation. I say, Father. He turns to me, and it's not my father. It is what my father saw. The thing you meet when you've stayed here too long alone. I'm not frightened. It's too dangerous for me to be frightened of it. It gazes at me for a time with its yellow eyes, wolf's eyes, depthless, but lambent as the eyes of animals seen at night in car headlights. Reflectors. It does not approve of me or disapprove of me. It tells me it has nothing to tell me. Only the fact of itself. Then its head swings away with an awkward, almost crippled motion. I do not interest it. I am part of the landscape. I could be anything, a tree, a deer skeleton, a rock. I see now that although it isn't my father, it is what my father has become. I knew he wasn't dead. When I go to the fence, the footprints are there, side by side in the mud. My breath quickens. It was true, I saw it. But the prints are too small, they have toes. I place my feet in them and find that they are my own. Okay, Cap, what's going on? So I actually, before I get into pulling the main cards for you, I felt drawn just right out of this intense passage to pull a card from the Illuminated Earth Oracle to bookmark the page, and what came out was a bit surprising to me. Relationship. So we'll see how this plays out in the cards, but there's something here about, this whole time she's looking for her father, and dealing essentially with everything he's left behind, and dealing with the ghost of this man and his imprint in the forest, learning him through the imprint that he has left, but not through his actual physical presence. And she's being driven a bit mad by this pursuit, and yet that madness is what brings her to her wildness, her animal self. That's what's happening. You know, it's like she's looking for the footprints of her father, and she finds her own. She's looking for the footprints of this beast, this wild animal specter that comes to her personified, you know, like the forest, the wildness personified in a beast, in a vision, and realizes that is her father. That is what her father has become. That is what she is becoming. And relationship. There's very much Lover's card energy here, in the sense of a mirror. Reflectors, you know? The eyes of animals seen at night in car headlights. Reflectors. It tells me it has nothing to tell me, only the fact of itself, only its existence. It's like you're through perhaps a relationship, through this the reflection that a relationship can provide you. You're suddenly awakening to a wilder fact of yourself, of nature. And it's gotta, you know, for someone, it could very obviously have something to do with lineage, with your earthly father, or, you know, the father figure inside of you that you are searching for. That's Capricorn energy right there, you know. Okay. So now we're going to use the Next World Tarot here, and we're going to see what the Next World has to continue this story for Capricorn. Okay. 3 cards here. All right, Cap, what have we got? Wow. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Queen of Swords, Temperance, Ten of Cups. There's real heaviness. You know, you might be able to pick it up in my energy. I'm like having a hard time being giddy and excited. There's a heaviness present here, which is congruent with your readings of late on my channel. And through this channel, the messages for Capricorn have been very heavy the last few months. There's something here, you know, the Queen of Swords, the Throne of Truth. This is you speaking your truth. Your October monthly shift reading was all about say what you need to say. State your needs. Speak the truth about what you need and about what's true for you. And I'm seeing that energy sort of wafting up from this reading as well. There's something about drawing a line in the sand, staking some sort of claim almost. Yeah. It's just like very frank energy. This is my truth. This is it. This is what's true for me. And if you don't like it, then we need to adjust, because this is my truth. That is definitely the energy. And it's got a little bit of a sadness here. Look at this person's face. You know, sometimes really, really getting clear about what our truth is and realizing that requires a shift in our circumstances. The throne of truth. It can be hard. And I'm seeing that difficulty continuing here in Temperance. You know, if you look closely here, this person is crying. They're shedding tears here and also dumping what looks like corrosive liquid, almost like acid, you know, it's like toxic, and there's all these bottles behind them. I'm actually seeing this: express your truth, dump out your bottled emotional energy that has, you know, holding back in this way, you know, whatever Capricorns I'm picking up on, this is the message over and over and over. Storing away emotions in bottles, trying to put them behind you, maybe in an effort to do that, perhaps that emotional energy has become corrosive, has become toxic even. And so there's something now about like uncorking that emotional energy, revealing, just stating the truth plain as day, plain as the nose on your face, you know, like stating this really, really clearly and releasing the buildup of emotional energy that's sort of eating away at you. I'm seeing this as corrosive, eating away. And this very likely has to do with relationship of some sort, because we got the relationship card. And I'm seeing it as friction in relationship. Some sort of collision energy here that feels, I'm being drawn to the red spatter here. It's like almost like blood spatter. It's like this friction is causing, it's painful. It's painful. This person is crying. But releasing, dumping this out, releasing this, whatever this is, this truth, releasing this truth, your emotional truth, is what you are being divinely guided, angel, to do at this time. Heavy Cap. And then another, it's interesting, a very heavy 10 of Cups. You know, often 10 of Cups is this feeling of like ultimate happiness and, you know, a moment of elation, emotional elation, like filled with love and hope and dreams and desire and all of this like happy energy. And here we've got something much more somber. I mean, there's definitely hope here, but it's like we've been through it, really been through it. And the word on the card is safety. Safety being really important here. Mars in Pisces, taking action on your emotions, okay? Taking action on your feelings in the name of safety, moving towards what is safe for your heart, which is often how I describe the Queen of Swords, because this card is about speaking your truth in the name of boundaries often, you know, speaking what is true for you at your very root. You know, this person, their legs are open. This is like all about what's true at just the base root of you. And, you know, we had this whole father energy coming through, which speaks of like lineage and root. So it's like, this is what's true for you at the baseline. This is what, and enacting or speaking your truth in that way can sometimes mean enacting a boundary to say, to keep your heart safe. What does your heart need to feel safe? That's where you know to draw boundaries. And, you know, Mars in Pisces, that's what that is. Draw boundaries to keep your heart safe. Acting on your emotions. That's what's being asked of you now, Cap. Act on your emotions. And it has to do with relationship, and it also has to do with something very, very deep inside of... It could even just be the relationship to your own emotional processes, because it's like what I'm seeing, this Temperance card, is this person has a habit of putting their emotions in these bottles, in these containers, and now it's like she's cleaning out the pile, going through one by one and pouring it out, the stuff that's been sitting in there. Okay. That is your direction of expansion. Jupiter, Sagittarius energy. That is your direction of expansion, is by, that kind of emotional alchemy. Okay, so this very much has to do with your roots, because we had this whole opening here with Margaret Atwood wanting to come through and talk to you about your animal self, your beast, your own wildness, Cap. And I can tell you, your wildness is present in your root. Your wildness is present in your emotions. Your emotions are here for your safety. I feel like somebody needs to hear it like that. Your emotions are here for your safety in a lot of senses. Yeah, sometimes our emotions can take us out and make us confused as to what is real and what is not. But the emotions that are persistent over time, at least in my experience, are trying to tell us something fundamental about what we need to feel safe. Okay, whoa. So I'm going to keep pulling cards here, Cap. But before I do, I am going to get a postcard from the liminal space. I usually reserve this for the extended, but I'm feeling y'all. I'm feeling this heavy energy, Cap, and I just want to help you as much as I can. So let's get a postcard from the liminal space for Capricorn before we continue this reading over on Vimeo. All right, and if you're interested in that, just stick around. There'll be a little preview of that to see if it's resonating for you. And if it is, click the link to Vimeo. You can view it instantly over there, okay? All right, so any additional thoughts for Capricorn here? Okay. Magic is either everything or it's nothing. So in this card, we have someone seeing synchronistic numbers, seeing number synchronicities, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, whatever. And the thing here is, Cap, magic is either everything or it's nothing. And this is talking about faith. This is talking about faith in the unseen. This is talking about, and you know, that this is, the Temperance is my card for the unseen. The unseen at work in your life, doing divine alchemy in ways that you don't totally have perceptive access to. And so the question here with magic is either everything or it's nothing is, are you going to trust? Are you going to believe? Yeah, okay. All right, I'm gonna keep pulling cards. If you're into it, follow me over there. If not, Cap, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Seems like, yes, this of course is obviously working, but there's something about it that is just absolutely exhausting you. It's got you in this like mental space that is really not good. And it could be multiple people involved, you know, family or, you know, other loves, if it's like an open relationship situation, but or just like the opinions of other people. I don't know. There's like a lot of stuff going on that's creating the problem. And so there's a need for you to focus on you. You know, it's like you're focusing on what makes me happy. You are talking to your wild animal self and saying, all right, what's my happiness? What is our happiness together? What's right for me?